We're good now. Let me, I guess, refresh this. Well, if it's gonna load for me, there's always something. It's always nice to know. Let's see. Nice. There we go. And welcome in, welcome in. How are we doing? How are we feeling? Okay, I guess that's fair. All is well, all is well. All is well. I can't complain. Doing a gut cleanse? Awesome. Gut cleanses are always good to do. And cleansing all that extra gunk and the parasites and the bacteria out. And getting a fresh biome for stuff to grow in again. It's always good. But yeah, doing gut cleanses, you'll always feel lighter. Do like if you haven't yet, be sure to do a heavy metal detox as well. I mean, you probably, if you're doing gut detoxes, it assists in that, but still. Okay, so yeah, that's what I was thinking. So yeah, heavy metal parasites, always good to get rid of those. Always good. Why can I not shuffle? It's just, today is just today. It's alright, we're in the group again. But yeah, we're doing 2-card pulls and just random topics to speak about when it comes to spiritual practices or just spirituality in its nature. However, the decks we have are the tarot deck, the animal deck, the shadow, and the angels. So this is what we're doing. I don't know, let's see here. Heyo. I'm doing well. How are you? How are things today? Weird. Very, very weird. Like, overtly weird. Not in a bad way, just a confusing way. And things are well. It's just an obstacle, a hurdle to get over. No, I'm not frustrated with it. I'm just confused. I don't have time to get frustrated with it. I've been trying to get this check cashed for the past like 5 days, and I can't get a check cashed anywhere. So I went to go get a taxi to go to like a cash exchange to get it to get the check put in, right? And when I I told the taxi driver to stay there because I don't have service on my phone and they can't call anyone. So I go in the building and they leave. So I'm stuck in the middle of a town that I don't even really know well. I ended up like finding my way back to the library, which isn't too far from here. And then I ended up calling me another taxi to get back here. And I didn't get the cash checked either. The check cashed, excuse me. So I've just been dealing with a weird obstacle. I've tried getting this thing cashed at Kroger, at Walmart, everywhere, right? And now I have another location to try. If that's gonna work. So I've literally I've been like tested today. And all I can do is laugh. I'm not mad at it. I can't get. I mean, it almost got me upset. I was like flustered. I'll admit I was flustered because I was like, what the fuck? Like, they just left, and I don't have a way to call anyone. And apparently, where I'm staying isn't a registered place, despite it being one. So I can't get my cash checked in. I've been trying to get this. It's a check that came from my dad's passing with an insurance claim. So I've like had it forever, and no one will accept it for some reason. So I've just been riding that wave. It was so funny because I was walking around the same block like a few times, just like wondering, thinking of something, and I was like, you know what, like, just show me where I need to go, because I obviously don't know where I need to go, and show me where I need to go, and then everywhere where I was supposed to walk, the crossroads were open for me to walk on. So I was like, the little walking animation, it always would pop up where I was supposed to walk, and then I ended up at a gas station that was across from the library, and I was like, I remember this place, and I just kind of zoned out and walked. Honestly, a really fun detour, letting the divine lead you and stuff. Trust exercise, whatever you want to call it. It was interesting. And it's funny because the place where I need to go is right across from where I was. I just didn't know and or see it, so I have to go all the way back. Yeah. I mean, it's whatever. I take everything as a test regardless, so it's not like anything to make me upset. I'm just, I don't know. What a bizarre event to have happen. Um, Without much stress or pressure either. I wasn't even that concerned. I like walked out of the place and said, "Well, I don't know where I'm at, but I'm gonna walk around." I guess it was just like internal memory of knowing the around the area, because I've like ridden with people through the area. I've just never been on foot within the area. So it was, I don't know, it was just fun. It was an adventure. I got you, Synth. No worries. It's what I'm here to do. It's what I enjoy doing. I'm glad it was able to help you in that way. That really does. Um, I It does make me feel good, but yeah, I'm not. I'm just gonna say it. I don't know. I don't know why I had trouble saying that. I need to work with that. That's what this Mercury retrograde's teaching me is so like receptivity. sometimes you just have a hard time receiving stuff, just whatever. I don't know. I've been in a way more detached mood recently than I really ever have been. So I've detached so much that I'm actually realizing a lot of this stuff I have to work on as well, like with boundaries and stuff, and it's really fun. I don't know. It's a very interesting state to be in. I don't know. But I appreciate love that I'm able to help out through situation. Oh God. And welcome in, Boyd. Welcome in. That's what's up. Welcome in, everyone. We're doing 2-card pulls if you're looking for them. From the tarot deck, angel deck, shadow deck, or animal deck. We're just talking about different spiritual topics. So if you have a question about something, we can answer it. And if we can't answer it, we can talk about it and spitball ideas back and forth until something solid hits. You know? Yeah, the backing of this hotel's like backdrop is really beautiful. And see ya. I'm just doing 2-card pulls on myself at this point. I just want to see what the hell's going on. Yeah, I love oil pastel. I was in art class. And I think that was probably one of my favorite mediums is oil pastel. But how do you get a reading? You just tell me what you would like the reading on, and if it's a topic that can't really be read on by tarot standards, we'll talk about a way of breaking it down. But you don't have to donate. Donations are appreciated, but not necessary. But you just ask for the 2 cards. Pick the deck, because I am. If you're wanting a reading, you gotta pick the deck. But yeah, I can get you after it. And 49. Just literally right here. Okay. That's cool. Can you ask about career? Yeah, you can ask about career. Not with tarot, but we can delve into that, for sure. In general reading. All right. From the tarot deck, I assume. For the general for Marcia. I forgot what the decks were. Tarot deck, angel deck, animal deck, and shadow deck. That's what I need to do for at least 30 minutes. Okay, let's see your left eye. Something about that would be. But yeah, let's say I'm not too sure about what that was, but tarot won't really give you an answer about that. That's not what tarot's used for, and reading in that sort of sense isn't actually telling you anything. And yeah, you can, Ottman, I got you. So, here's the shadow book. So for synth, your first one is the Witch's Sabbath, which is Scorpio energy. Let me flip to it real quick. Jesus Christ. Give me a second. Alright. And this is public recognition, teamwork, cooperation, dishonest competition, hiatus, an event, holidays, initiation, a meeting among professionals, an enjoyable time with associates. So this is a time of coming together for sure. There could be an occasion happening, whether this is for a holiday or even a notoriety of self that's happening. With Lady Pingerswick, that has a lot to do with the musical talents that I remember off the top of my head. Let me get to it real quick though. Which is otherworldliness, psychic ability, gentleness, artistic creativity, love of music, intuition, vision, discretion, successful resolution of problems, and a good period lies ahead. So there is a coming together of a full on of a better ending. You could be having some sort of prophetic dreams about this or something. This has a lot to do with art though, or expressing yourself. So your throat chakra. This could even just be you saying something that you're needing to say at this time. To someone or even just to yourself, however you need to do that. But with the shadow work, with just in general how it's going, is working with that self-expression. It's not only just a throat chakra, it's also a sacral chakra attachment. So working with those two chakras can also help you with that. Let's see here. Marcia. So Marcia wants one from the shadows. Let me get the list going again. I had a text document pulled up, but I didn't mark anyone down. Let's see here. But yeah. So Marcia's shadow is there. We have this synth is hold on. And what did you want yours on, Stephanie, for your shadow? Cosmic, choose the deck. I won't choose for you. You have to choose yourself. But let's get Marcia's for the shadow, and then we'll get Sense Angel, and then another shadow for Stephanie. Alright, awesome. So Marcia for the shadow. And thank you for the donation. I appreciate love you. I appreciate love that truly. I'll take the top and bottom, it's fine. So right now, Marcia, your first one is Job. Let me flip to it real quick. And Job is falsely accused, slandered, alienation, chagrin, grief, unreliable friends, fall from grace, and a test of faith. Right now, there is definitely a test happening. And that test is with 48 being the numbers, you know, that being 12, which is 3. It's all about that connectivity. You're kind of being tested to see on how you're going to be moving forward with things in the past. The falsely accused is coming up heavily for me, and it's like a mental thing. Like your own thoughts are accusing you of being wrong or doing things in wrong ways in that sense, and it's holding you back. This is just a test to come back to yourself. And with 38, with Lady Pingerswick, it has a lot to do with opening up like that inner child. So being more creative, have a more creative outlook. This could even have to do with like your art. Really not feeling connected to an art form or feeling connected to what you're doing for fun, but regardless, otherworldliness, psychic ability, gentleness, artistic creativity, intuition, vision, discretion. So again, it's all about this, almost a new way of listening to your intuition. Instead of letting your rational mind dirty certain things up when it comes down to your intuition, it's cleansing that and showing you a more brighter version of yourself to try and get you on a more destined path, on a more cleaner path. So if things have been feeling a bit difficult and like working against you, there's a part of your intuition that you're being tested on, is listening to yourself a lot more, being more interconnected in that sense. Let's see here. We'll get sense for the angel, and then 3 then 3 more shadows. Goodness gracious. Of course, no worries. I appreciate the support on that video. I'm going to be having an update on that here soon, on the egregore. Can you have an angel one for love? Yeah, I can get one for love for you. So synth, let's get yours. Sorry for shuffling so much. I'm just feeling called to shuffle this up. I haven't used this deck in a minute. Okay, well, I guess that's the 2. So for synth, your angel cards is the Star, Archangel Joaphael, a dream come true, believe in yourself, the end of a difficult situation, and a 3 of RAL, do what you love, a great time of personal growth in your career, artistic endeavors, or working with others in a cooperative manner. So there's a situation that's ending. This situation that's ending could free up a lot more of your creativity, or this could be a less restrictive version of yourself that's coming to fruition. That's allowing you to create what you're desiring on the physical. A lot of times it's our subconscious belief patterns that are blocking things, and we go through these periods of our growth where we break those chains off. And you could be at the end of one of these paths, I should say, for lack of a better term. But however you're moving forward, and you'll be very beneficial to follow a heart path, really follow what you're desiring to do, whether that's like an artistic endeavor or wanting to start up something small for yourself to do on the side. Definitely start doing so. Other than that, just bringing a bit more creativity, whether that's using your imagination more, or actually doing something with arts and crafts in that sense. Let me get the list is already up. Can you have an angel for love? Yeah, I got you. I got you, Sheikah. And then we have... And yeah, sure, Julia. What do you, from what deck? The tarot deck, shadow deck, animal deck, or angel deck? And we'll get you. while that's going on, we'll get Stephanie for the shadow. Shadow, okay, I got you. Let me write that down so I don't forget. Real quick. Sorry, I can't shake off the fact of what happened earlier. It's like, it's funny to me. I don't know why I'm laughing about it so much. But thank you for the donation. I appreciate that. Do I take drugs now? I used to, but not anymore. I've just been more detached than normal recently. A lot more than usual. This eclipse did something to me. That's all I'm saying. Because I am a lot more detached than I usually am. Which isn't like a bad thing, but it's something, and I want to know what it is. So Stephanie, for your first shadow card, it's Victim of Temptation, which is Virgo. Enter G. Let me get to it real quick. No, I'm going the right way. Why can I not find anything? Excuse me why it's taking me so long to find this. Jesus Christ. I don't know why I'm struggling with this. Here it is. Anyway, victim of temptation. The ends to justify the means, self-centeredness, obsession, succumbing to temptation, checking or testing, moral qualities, use of sacrifice, greed, a bad investment, triumph of selfishness, satisfaction, lack of effort, lack of spiritual attunement, and a false self. So right now, there's a situation at hand that is really testing your moral compass at this time. Which way are you swinging in that's keeping you in like an unstable moment? Trying to like focus on that. In what areas are you wanting more of stuff in that's causing a disruption within your life? Not even within your life, but within that time frame of thinking about it, right? There's this like obsessive energy of you putting something in a lot of effort into one pot, and this other pot, this other reserve that you have that's needing that funding isn't receiving it. So really watch out for that at this time. And then we have Excalibur's sword for your second one, which is freedom, determination, courage, noble ideas, justice, help from above, pure thoughts, heightened sense of responsibility. Really checking to see if you're holding on more than you should. There's some things that you're holding on to that you don't need to. There's some cords or attachments that you need to remove from yourself. And these attachments aren't from anyone putting them onto you. It's an attachment to where you've involved yourself in certain things. And you've not necessarily put yourself in traps, but you've fallen down a certain a path of, whether that path be in the path be in the past, excuse me, or it being a choice from the past that you keep wanting to go back and fix, or you keep making it over and over again. There needs to be a deeper evaluation of that, because it's like a rope. It's like not a rope, excuse me. It's the quantum entanglement is what's kind of going on with this. Because there's like past situations that are not necessarily attaching themselves to you. They're just around you, and you're feeding into them. And what you're needing to do is to like remove them. Like they're there to show you the answer to a question. They're there to show you how to further move on from a situation that you're in. Whether that situation be dealing with the feeling state or the mental state, they're trying to like guide you down that path so you can free yourself. So, I mean, if you need anything for cord cutting, call upon Archangel Michael, especially with the Excalibur sword coming out. But regardless of that, there's definitely a freedom point. Like, all these things are kind of coming at you in another way to, like, allow you to be free, like, to crack the mold. So you maybe just be going through a very pressurized point or feeling very stressed out. But it's because this ending of a past chapter is happening. But yeah, let's get one for Cosmic. Long time viewer, just subscribed. I appreciate love that, Lizard. Thank you for the donation. I appreciate love that. Let me pull back this list up. So Cosmic, we're gonna get you, and then Lizette, we have your angel, and then Chica, and then Julia's shadow. And then if anyone else needs readings, let me know. And if not, if we have like a topic we want to talk about or try and delve into, we can. I am not opposed to that. So let's see. So Cosmic, your first card is Witch of Verdam, which is 42. That's 6. This has a lot to do with the spiritual sense. I felt called to do that. Oh, I'm the opposite way. Witch of Verdam. And Witch of Verdam is who sows the wind will reap the storm, self-centeredness, envy, lack of knowledge and experience, playing for failure, and attacking a stronger contender. So in this case, there's a need to really see a higher version of why something's coming at you. It's something that you may be feeling like you need to attack or something you need to defend yourself against. And that's not allowing you to free yourself up the way that you're desiring. So at this time, really sit back. Don't rest and don't wait, but take a step back and observe things from a different form of view. Because there's something that you're actively, when you're the way that you're moving it is causing a grander reaction, more of a storm. We have vulgar magic, which is 8. If I can get to it. Vulgar magic is fuss, trouble, ignorance, a caricature of inner strength, quackery, minor trouble, vanity, prolixity, overlevity, and oversimplification. So really just making sure with Leo energy out here as well with it, make sure that you're not getting in over your head because you have a leadership position. Don't feel like you have to move so quickly. Because this has a lot to do with like, oh, I'm running out of time and I feel like I'm not gonna have enough to do the things that I'm desiring to, and then you're ending up like putting a lot more on your plate or something along those lines, right? Where you're just having a lot on your plate and you're trying to get them all done at once. It's like a limitation that's kind of keeping you back from if I don't get these done, then nothing else can happen. It's like setting those boundaries in that sense that kind of need to be taken down. But definitely just see and have more of that clear leadership rather than panic leadership. You know what I mean? Because sometimes we take lead situations because we're in a panicked mode instead of just being in a clear-headed state, right? So it's about really checking up on that. I talked you with the bed last night. It's funny. But yeah, Lizette, we're gonna get your angel on love, and then Jacob will get yours on love, and we'll get back to the shadow. I don't know why I turned it that way. That's not gonna help. I'm not gonna bend these cards. What's good, Toasty? What's good? How's it hanging? Alright, so let's say we have the 6 of Ariel. Material needs get fulfilled in magical and unexpected ways. Acts of kindness, giving or receiving with a grateful heart. In the 8 of Gabriel, a great time of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. So for love, there is a giving and receiving energy that's kind of around you. where you might have been in a more giving mood recently, and that's going to be shown back to you. This could be just through people that are talking to you. This could be through word of mouth that then like gives you an idea to do something grander or however. But expect activity to be moving fast for wherever this love is being generated from, whether this is like a romantic relationship, or just you and your career and your job with what you love or however things are going to be moving quickly. It's time to take things to a talking stage of it. So like if it's for a business, planning out more of that business. If it's an idea that you've been thinking of, like actually writing it down. If it's an individual that you are interested in, shoot your shot for it. But regardless, things are going to be given back. So even if something is lost on the physical, it's going to be made up in that sort of sense, in a form that would be beneficial to like what you're desiring for love. And thank you, Chica, so much for the gifted memberships. I appreciate, love that. But yeah, if you've been, especially since you've been giving a lot, expect that to come back on the physical. If you've been having issues with certain things, the universe is definitely, the angels is definitely, and God is definitely seeing what you've been doing, and it's going to be coming back to you. So don't be stressing out about that. Just allow things to move forward. You might need to speak over yourself and be like, I'm ready to accept this, or things of that nature, or show me where this is going to be at. You know what I mean? Like you may need to speak that into existence yourself as well. But regardless, it is something that your angels have had an eye on. No, I don't like cottage cheese. I'm good on that. But Chica, let's get your love reading for your angels as well, before I forget about it. Some of those are upside down. So, Chica, we have Leap of Faith, Archangel Metatron, believe in yourself, listen to your heart, do what gives you joy. And then 9 of Michael, your worry is unnecessary, focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire, release your feelings of regret and guilt or worry to your angels. So for you in love, again, however this is, whether it's something that, a business that you're loving, whether it's a relationship, however, there's a leap that needs to be taken with more of a heart-filled approach, not to worry about the tinier pieces, just worry about what you're desiring the picture to fully look like. But again, but take this, it is time for a leap of sense in that. So if you have been, wanting a relationship with someone, it's definitely time to put that intention out there fully. If it's about a job, it's time to get down and study more with that job and stay with more with that job. But right now is definitely a time for being more heartfelt. And I appreciate, love that as well, Lisa. Thank you for that compliment. But Julia, let's get your shadow reading. That daddy cottage cheese. So, that's all I know about it. You gonna get a card? Yeah, sure. What deck and what on? I got you. Dude, my dad would eat crackers and milk. He used to eat it when he was a child, and he would like sometimes just like get a bowl of saltine crackers and pour milk in it and start eating it. And I was like, "What do you do?" And he goes, I'm just eating crackers and milk." Like that's a normal thing for like a 5-year-old to see at the time. I was like, "What are you talking about, crackers and milk?" I don't know. I never tried it. I never wanted to. Does my bank have an app that allows virtual cash checking? Chime does, but I'm over the amount. They won't give me my money on Chime because it's over a certain amount. If you're asking about that, but I think Chime will let you do that. It just depends on how much it's gonna be. Shadow in general, I got you, Raytron. What's something you do in Columbia, really? My dad was born in Boston, Massachusetts. So I don't know if that was like a Boston thing too. No, see, I get that, Lizzie. I do too. If I ever have one near me and I need something just to snack on, a whole row is gone. With or without anything around to like dip or put on it, they're gone, and we don't worry about it. It happens, and we just move on. I had a friend that always questioned like, why are you eating those? It's like, why not? Like, we have them, and they've been in here for however long, and no one's touching them. So I'm gonna fucking eat them. Like, what's going on with it? Like, what are we saving it for? I'm not up to speed. Yeah, I don't know. That's like one of the dumbest things that I can think of doing. It's like eating like a whole packet of like saltine crackers for no reason, but like I'll do it. And people are just like, why? It's like, I don't know. It's the same thing with like eating the apple core. I always get weird looks for doing that. Cause like, what do you mean you eat the apple core? It's like, you're supposed to. Anyway, Julia, your shadow reading is Mars is cruelty, which is aggressiveness, selfishness, ruthlessness, cruelty, severity, cynicism, revenge, valor, boldness, and expansionism. Looks like Mars is kind of a main struggle. So wherever Mars is on your chart is what's going on, and I'm not even surprised. Black mass with Saturn. Saturn's energy. I'm not even surprised about seeing. But we have black mass, which is Saturn energy, which is a crisis, imminent squabbles, quarrels, rigidity, seclusion, loneliness, snowbreed, conservatism, dogmatism, fanaticism, roughness, and idolarity. So really see what's keeping you from expressing yourself. There's like it's a closed off energy. It's like a shelled energy that you may be working through. And this shell might have just been something like not wanting to do something due to fear, or not wanting to start moving in a different way because of uncertainties in the past. But this is a time for boldness to know that you are protected and moving forward. This is just to see. This is just like I guess it's the final bit of Saturn's test, you could say, because it's the most actionary form of it. Well, phase of it, I should say, not form. So you're really just being told to observe how you're moving forward, and remember why you're doing it. Don't get so caught up in doing it and it not working that you're moving forward with agitation. But moving forward with more of a boldness behind you is what you're needing to do forth right now, Julia. My brain like just died halfway through that. But apple cores are good. Apple cores are good. You're missing out on apple. You're missing out on parts of the apple if you don't eat the core. So yeah, no worries, I got you, Julia. But just remember why you're doing it. Like, don't move forward in agitation and let that be your your entering mood for it. Just allow yourself to remember, I'm doing this because I need this, and whatever you're going forth, however this is growing you and moving you forward, just remember the end goal is always a shinier version of you. I don't know. But Rachel, let's get your shadow, and then we'll be moving on to other things. However, whichever. Apple, like, I don't know. It tastes like the apple. There's nothing different about it. You know what I mean? But Rachel, you also have when I get to it, a victim of temptation, which is the ends justifies the means, use of sacrifice, bad investment, triumphs, the selfishness, the satisfaction, the false self, or lack of spiritual attunement. Then we also have witch of Ericho, Let me get to them real quick. Which is intimidation, manipulation, blackmail, cruelty, coldness, obsession of information, and persistence. So be aware of parts of you that are saying I have to do this because X, Y, and Z, like the reactionary parts of you. Be very aware of that right now. You may be reacting or acting out in a past way that was formed from a trauma response instead of a pure way. So really check yourself on that. Now this could even, it doesn't even have to mean that you're acting out in like a violent sense either. This could also just be you're acting out in like a passive way because, oh, well, this is happening. I'm just going to be passive about it, let it move on. Whenever there is a part of you that's trying to grow and expand, so be careful of that. But all in all, this has a lot to do with manipulation and a persistence, like almost obsession. So this could be like upset thoughts that are just constantly coming up, themes in your life that are constantly repeating, that are trying to show you how how those situations and how that energy moves you, so you cannot be moved by it anymore, or moved by it in a way that is not of your best interest anymore. You know what I mean? It's healing that responsive side of self is really what's going on. So really pay attention to what makes you respond and what are you allowing yourself to respond to as well. You know, journaling about that on small things, you know, like I don't like it when I see this, you know, and then just kind of seeing what goes on with that. But in general, you're just figuring out more of like how you respond to things. So it might be a very confusing or like mental time for you, like in your head a lot. Don't let that get you down, or don't let that like convey that there's something wrong. You're just in a new digestive point for self. Yeah, because the rib, I don't have the trash bag down there anymore. The rib is just a ribosome. Adam was sedated and had surgery done. They didn't take a rib out, they took a ribosome. And then they duplicated Adam into make Eve. But you didn't hear that from me. Because Adam went under a great sleep. That sounds like anesthetics to me. Because they had that technology back then. It's not that it's new. The reason why it's presumed new is because the Romans didn't have access to any of the technology, because we're just not really sure where the Romans came from. We can say Scandinavia or whatever, but we don't really know where they like rooted from. So I don't know. If you can read the King James version of the Bible in a very like attentive way, like knowing that some words are there because they sonically fit, but they're not spelled correctly, or noticing the similes and metaphors that are happening within it, you can break down a lot of the biblical secrets, quote unquote. But Genesis, Isis, the creation of genes, the birth of genes, genealogy, Genesis. It's about how the creation of not only this like galaxy was made, but how we were made and what made us. Not necessarily who made us, but just who made us. I know that didn't make a lick of sense at the end, but we'll say it. But yeah. I need to write that down, actually. Now that I'm thinking about that again, I do need to mark that down. Yeah, I'll type it here. Whatever. That's gonna be fun to do. I'll do that later today. You know it. The old faithfuls. Ever since I started making music, I've only bought these headphones. The only thing that's bad about these headphones is the high end, the like is awful after about 3 months of usage. And it ends up getting more and more boxy as it ages, unfortunately. Like the low end fucks up. But if you can keep it up, you know, keep buying pairs or like change the cable out. That's what's up. Shit, what mic did I have? I had the AKG. Fuck, what was it? Ah, man, I can't remember my mic. Was it the P220? No, it wasn't. It was the P240 Gold Edition. It was the AKG P420. That's what it was. Not the 240, but the 420. And I got it in gold. I like AKGs. They just have good mics. They're good for vocals. They're good for like mediocre recording. So there's nothing like too big for the recording sound effects and stuff. So it's good. Like for a condenser, it's pretty good. You know what I mean? Average priced. What kind of music do I make? Electronic. Jazz, electronic, depending. More like bass music more than anything. But I spread around. Yeah, dude, I went through my audiophile phase. I had old equipment. Like old news station equipment. My uncle used to work at a news station in Boston, and he just gave me a bunch of his stuff. I ended up having like, what the hell was it called? It was like 50 pounds that I had to carry because I made the mistake of wanting it. So I had to carry it down 3 flights of stairs. Shit, hold on. Let me get my link tree, and I can link the link tree because the link tree has the music and stuff in it. I forgot what it was. I donated it to my college though. I went to an audio engineering college, and I donated this stuff to them. But I had a reel-to-reel recorder, an old one, and that was cool. I didn't have any tape, so I couldn't record anything. But if I did have tape, I recorded one thing off of it, but it was for a music thing in a Discord server. It was called Flip Zone. and I felt called to render out the song and master it after it being chained through that. No, I haven't seen that before. But yeah, listen, if you hit click on the link tree, the SoundCloud and everything's on there. Where I get the where I post my music and stuff. Not all of it's in good shape. A lot of stuff isn't. I'm just like working through cleaning the whole thing up. I probably will just do that, is just download all the songs and delete them. Except for like the few that are gonna be up. I don't know. I don't really do. I don't really like look at things as I'm feeling called to. You know what I mean? Oh, interesting. Oh, I know a lot about the music stuff. I have videos talking about like Zen harmonics and microtones and how they affect the body and stuff when it comes down to the music and stuff. I love talking about stuff like that. I mean, I could just link it to here. Let me just link it here. That is the wrong thing again. But yeah, if you're able to click on that, that's the link to it. I should probably not worry about that. Yeah, I get what you mean. I have synesthesia, so everything I hear has some form of like visual accompany. Also, some foods I have and I eat, I only eat because of certain colors that they like taste like, and it's just weird. And I explain that to some people, and they look at me like I'm on fucking drugs because I tell them like I taste colors whenever I eat food, and they don't get it. It's a synesthesia thing. You just won't. It won't make a damn bit of sense unless you have it. Like, there's, man, I can't remember the name of the shape right now, but it's the rhombus. This water, I've only been getting this water recently, but it tastes like a blue rhombus, right? And I explained that to someone before. And they're like, what do you mean that water tastes like blue rhombus? And it's like, don't worry about what I had said. Just know that it means that it's this to me. And it's like, are you on drugs? No, I'm just like sober as fuck. I'm just explaining to you that I'm tasting what's making that shit up, and to me, it's made of this. It's a whole thing. Apple cores taste like, dude. Apples. It depends. If it's a Granny Smith apple, they taste exactly how they fucking look. Just that weird, like, yellow greenish color. Um, like the mushy apples, whatever the fuck they're called, they have like a more purple taste. I don't know. I just imagine. I just for some reason, purple is a very soft, like doughish texture for me. so, so there's that. Um, but I don't know. It's just stuff like that. It's so bizarre. Not really subliminal. Wow, look at that. It's not really subliminal work. But meditation work I've done with music and stuff. It's one of the services I offer is sound healing. It won't be of like the whole bowl setup, but I can just make those exact frequencies in my in my like in my audio workspace. So it's not like complicated. I do it all the time. I just wish I had a stronger laptop to render stuff out for it. Yeah, I would definitely make a few subliminals. But I would just need to really hone in on what I wanted it to be about. Because I don't like just doing things without an actual effort being put behind it, you know? Like, because I don't know, it's heavy with me for that. So that's why it usually takes me a longer time to make things, because I have to be in like a whole committed mood. Welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, I'll definitely give them a look though. I haven't heard. I've heard of um, Venus Essential. I think I'm subscribed to them. I'm pretty sure I am. But I haven't heard of Quantum Subliminalist. And maybe I have. I don't know. I'd have to like pay more attention to the names. Sometimes with, I'm like that with music too. I won't really pay attention to the artist. I'll pay attention to the art form. Okay. Sorry, I'm pulling my animal cards. I have some cards I need to pull. I'm just curious. Because I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing today. I really don't. Like, any tarot channels you recommend, Z? The Spiritual Hobo? It's about it, really. But he's on TikTok now. Because, I don't know. Not many tarot. I haven't really ran across a tarot channel that's reading tarot in the pure form. The Spiritual Hobo doesn't even do general readings because, tarot is kind of hard to do them. But he's my mentor. So if you want to get smidgens of not, and he uploads videos and privates them all the time. So there's probably not a lot of videos up, but if you want to start learning tarot the right way, go to the Spiritual Hobo, because that's literally who my teacher is. And it's not like things that he's posting aren't things that he talks about either. So yeah, that's what happens a lot. Okay. I'll accept. I mean, yeah. I guess that makes sense. Sorry, I was just confused about that. I had to add something up. But yeah, a lot of channels end up like that. It's not good. because you have to like, oh my god, my voice crack was awful. Anyway, you have to like, thank you. You have to realize that when you do things day to day, that's what you're involving your energy in. I pointed it out and it said we're gonna do it 3 more times just to make sure that you really got it. You know, are you really okay with it? I guess. I'm just look. Today's the day. Today is the day to test, I guess, because I'm in a good mood. I'm in an abundant mood, really. I just don't care. So I guess if I'm gonna be tested, today's gonna be the day to do it. Like, are you really feeling it today? Yeah, I'm feeling it. But don't push your limit. But I'm feeling it. You know what I mean? That's just how it feels today. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. 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 I get that. That's fair cards. Did you get a reading? For sure. What deck and what on? And I can get you one. I gotta go back out. If I can't get this check cashed, I'm going to just smile. I can't even get upset about it. Yeah, I don't know. I love tarot. I love tarot cards are cool. The art form of tarot itself is beautiful. Oh, hold on. What? No, not yet. Yeah. Alrighty. See you. Alrighty. Any deck and I guess advice. Well, yeah, that's why you're getting a reading for advice, of course, but you need to pick the deck, and also what you need the reading on, or it's not going to be of any use. But we have the tarot deck, the shadow deck, the animal deck, and the angel deck. Yeah, it's a lot of the readers that are picking up on that situation in the first place. They're not really knowing the art of tarot. They're not using tarot the right way, so they're like they end up talking in loopholes about the same situation over and over again, and wondering why it keeps happening or why something keeps going towards the individual, and it's not necessarily happening in that sense. It's the back and forth. Tarot deck and okay. But we can dive more into that after this. Because it's a cycle that can easily be broken, but it has to be agreed upon by the individual. So first we have the Two of Swords upright. Right now, the main thing that's blocking finances is indecision within yourself. So if you're having trouble with, if you're having a blockage of finances, I should say, excuse me, it's because of an indifference, a decision that needs to be made. Within finances as well, whether this is spending or gaining, you're needing to make a clear decision because this indecisiveness isn't allowing you to move forward in a way that's beneficial for you. We have the Four of Wands, and to do that, you need to be more engaged with yourself. Remember why you're moving forward. Remember the cause for whatever this financial thing is. Again, whether it's gaining finances or being in a state of losing finances or however, remembering the why, and how, and when you start to remember the why, like, oh, I'm doing this for this, right? Or I lost this because of that, then you can move on to the next step, which would be, how do I increase more? Like, how do I obtain that goal? So really focus on that at this time. And as well with four, it has a lot to do with matter and time. So you might be feeling stressed out, having deadlines to get pushed to. And if not deadlines, just feeling like you're running out of time or being impatient, running out of that patience. Just controlling your thoughts about how something's moving forward and allowing for it to move forward in a more pure way is what you're being asked to do. You're okay. Well, your name says it all, honestly. It's okay. Like, it's okay. I'm not gonna talk about it. I'm not gonna talk about it. There are certain repetitions that I just don't uh, let occur anymore. It's the same conversation, different day, and I don't want to go through it again with individuals. But anyway, Gray, for your financial again, just focusing less on the time and matter of things and remembering why you're doing it, allowing that to push you forward. But yeah, it's just I'm tired of talking to people about like I just tired of talking about religion. I just don't even want to go. I don't even want to talk about how tired I am of talking about it. You know what I mean? It's just whatever, brother. Like no one said anything about anything, but you came in and wanted to do that. Like, brother, read the book. Read the gosh darn book before you start saying stuff, please. They are bots. It's a psyop bot operation. I don't care. That's where my foot lays at. What's up? 2 card on what? I got you. Exactly. Just do what makes you happy. If religion makes you happy, amazing. If spirituality makes you happy, amazing. Either way, it's amazing. Just don't be pushy with it. Please. Read the room. We accept and love all types, but please just don't be rude. Don't be up in people's business. While your brother is pulling on your energy. We can definitely see what's going on with that kind of connection. Well, tarot is astrology. The tarot is astronomy, astrology, numerology, sciences, physics, psychology. Well, astrology, psychology, even at that point, if we're really going to talk about it. But they're all the same. Tarot cards just has it all in one whole amalgamation of major and minor, of greater or lesser. more overarching views and more straightforward to the point views. You know what I mean? That's what you're messing with when you're messing with tarot. But let's get this for you, Nick. So we have the Ten of Swords. There's a lot of thoughts coming up. This could be a part of you that's shedding off, that is creating this feeling of your brother pulling on the energy. This could even be going through different types of things that your brother may have done to you as a child, and kind of seeing it on the physical in a different way that's causing this back and forth pull. So pay very close attention to that. What things around you are proxying why you believe that your brother is pulling on you, and seeing it as parts of you that are shedding off, parts of you that are ending, because there's this elevation that's needed that these thought forms that you're having are blocking. With the Three of Pentacles, yeah, you're not reading the material the correct way when it comes down to it. It's not the brother pulling on the energy, it's the energy around you that is translating something inside your system that's reminding you of what your brother did, and boundaries that you had inside of yourself that kept you from expressing, and instead of expressing, pushing deeper in. So what's going on is there's this renewal, like a phoenix energy in a sense, when it comes to you and relationships with those around you, and energy and actions that are being taken upon. So paying very close attention to that, and reading the realm and away from the divine standpoint rather than a rational minded standpoint, so that you can truly see what the overarching theme is for why you're getting these thoughts of your brother pulling on your energy in that sense. And welcome in, Cassandra. I'm doing well. I've had a jumbled uprising. And right now things are just a little complicated, but we're making it through. But yeah, I can get one on career for you. Since got you, Dick. No worries. No worries. Worties. Okay. Good job, Brain. So for you in your career synth, the first one is the Nine of Pentacles reverse. You may be moving too fast with the business, whether that is, with career, excuse me. Whether that is overextending yourself or not spending enough time observing what you have around you. There needs to be a bit more time of slowing down with your career, though. Getting more time off, getting more rest, not thinking or being obsessed with it. Once you leave that environment, try to remove your thought forms, your feeling states from that as well. But there needs to be more of a reset when it comes to this career, where you're getting more rest, getting more, receiving more back, I should say, from what you're doing, so you're not stuck within a stressful mindset or an overthinking mindset, or overbearing, excuse me. But with the Three of Wands reversed, there's something deeper within your feelings about the career that you're in, or a career that you're wanting, that it needs to be answered. There's something that's not flowing correctly. Like with all the ships in the water, with it being upright, you can see the ships in the background of the card. With it being inverse, those ships don't have anything. Those cargo ships have been flipped over. There's nothing sustainable that's moving through that feeling. So really see what's causing you to feel as almost a sense of lack, or almost in a sense of not receiving equal benefits. Because there's not a receptivity that's happening. This could involve you needing to speak up about something, but all in all, that is requiring like a rest, kind of like a step back and observe from a new angle. on your just Brazil. I can't do readings on other people. That's not what tarot's for. We can find out why you're so worried about your son going to Brazil in the sense of like why that is a disagreement with the part of internally in you, but I can't really tell you what's gonna. You can't fortune tell with these things. You know what I mean? But yeah, I can get one. I can get the 2 cards. I can get you the 2, Cassandra. And welcome in, Lacey. Welcome in. So let's see here. For the next steps for you, Cassandra, your first card is the 2 of Wands. So right now, the next steps is kind of just up to you. The divine just wants you to know that they're backing you with however you're desiring to move forward. The world is your oyster. The world's in your hands. You're kind of just at this point where it's important to really investigate what you're desiring to do. What's your end goal? So focusing more on that. Focus more on a new goal at this time, because it definitely is time to move forward. There is something that's complete. Whatever has happened is already been moving forward. You're just needing to continue walking down that path or make a new decision in that sense. And the new decision would just be to add more to what you're doing. But with the 8 of Swords, your issue is just that you feel stuck. You might have feelings that things weren't moving the right way, or that something was, failing. But that's not really a sense. The divine is just waiting on your next move. Don't think about it too roughly. Don't allow it to hold you back or make you feel like if you choose something that you're going to end up messing everything up. Just walk with the forces that are at hand at this time, and know that you are protected by them. But again, if your thoughts are making you feel like you're stuck, you're not. It's just you're needing to, follow the path of the heart. Excuse me. I don't know why I can't say that right now. But follow the path of your heart heavily at this time. And yeah, MJ, I got you. Which deck are you wanting it from? The tarot deck, angel deck, animal deck, or shadow deck, and we can get it. You choose. You choose. I don't. If you're requesting a reading, you decide what you want it from. I'm not gonna interfere with that process of it. If you tell me to choose, my choice is to have you choose. Because I don't play that game. Tarot, I got you. No worries, Cassandra, I got you. So first, Queen of Pentacles. There is something forming on the physical when it comes to love. However this love is for you, whether it's a business, an actual relationship, however, there's something on the physical that is just now taking its first growth. With it being the Queen, a cardinal sign, it doesn't mean that it can succeed or doesn't mean it can fail. It's just in that birthing state. So do your due diligence and not putting too much pressure on things. Let it grow at its own path with however this love is for you. And the 2 of Swords reverse. Removing that mental stagnancy. Don't allow yourself to be so caught up on wanting love in one form that you're not accepting it from all the other forms that it can come in. Really be in an energy of unconditional, for this to truly like grow for you. Don't be restrictive in that sort of state. But with love, it definitely is something that is growing, is something that is forming in that sense. So really watch out for how you handle when it is growing. You know, don't over pressurize it. Um, don't be slackworthy with it. You know what I mean? Just again, listen very closely with that heart self as well. And yeah, Shane, I just need to know what you wanted on and what deck. Um, and as well, same thing for you, Stephen. Um, like subject wise for you, Stephen, I can get you. Shadow on career, got you. And of course, just let me know what you wanted on and what deck you wanted as well, and I'll get you. So first we have Baal Berlith and the Lord of the Covenant, which is Gemini energy. Let me flip to it. It should be this one. Which is union, duality, a partnership, choosing a one or two divergent paths, business deal, cooperation, negotiation, conflict resolution. And it does need a clarifying card, so we'll get a clarifying card for it as well. And Daughters of Men 24. Just 6. Where is the number I'm looking for? So yeah, with it being with you, oh my god, excuse me, if I can talk with your reading on career, Stephen. Pay attention to the relationships that you're having in this career. With both of these cards being 6, there's definitely a higher spiritual attunement that's needed within this business. When we have 38, which is Lady Pinkerswick, which is really interesting why it's coming out so much like that. So again, when it comes down to intuition, being having discretion, successful resolutions of problems, good periods being ahead, just paying attention to who is around you more within this career. Again, whether this is like working together with people or getting clients in, however, there is a good period that lies ahead. There's just a need to really stay within that spiritual sense, stay within the higher realm. So spiritualize things more now than ever, rather than being stuck with the physical attachment for it. You want yours on health? I can get one on health for sure. There's the box, it's right here. So let me get yours on health. Okay. So for your first card with health, the Two of Cups, um, if you have been desiring to move forward with a certain thing with health, like let's say you feel like something's wrong, you want to go get that checked up, connect with yourself. Definitely do what feels right to you. Do what allows you to be more connected to self. Also, being more aware of yourself as well. Seeing what parts of you are making you feel like you are having something wrong with your health. Looking at that and seeing like where it's coming from. Like if it's a back pain or however, and then looking up like would it, the spiritual meaning of that sense. Like what are you carrying on yourself to cause that sort of pain? Like carrying too much trauma or carrying too much on our shoulders and things of that nature. Those like metaphors and phrases that we say are actual things that affect us energetically. So really connect with yourself, sit down with yourself, and see what is wrong with you if you are feeling like something's wrong with your health. Again, Seven of Pentacles, really just wait before jumping to any sort of conclusion. Really sit and be in that Sabbath energy, that holding, waiting for the divine to kind of show you what you're desiring to do. And what the divine is going to, what I mean by that, by the divine is going to show you is you're going to get the idea, the thought that says, hey, I should go here, I should do this because these things aren't working right, or things of that nature. So for your health, if you're concerned about your health not being well, really connect to yourself on that level and ask yourself the proper questions that you're needing. Like, am I feeling good? Am I overworking? Am I getting enough rest? Am I drinking enough water? Those things, and go down that list with yourself. That's the best advice I can give you from tarot about health. But yeah. I'll need to hop off here soon to get some stuff finished. Though. So thank you all for being here. It's really a pleasure as always. I love each and every one of y'all, to the moon and back, tenfold and forever. If you're needing anything, email is the contact. I got all the donation links, the website down there if you need any of the services, or you can email me about the services. Regardless, as always, it's a pleasure, and I love you all so much, to the moon and back, tenfold and forever. And I'll see you all later.